Welcome back. My 32 female life is in complete turmoil, and I have no one but you, internet strangers, to turn to for help. Here's some background info for our third-year anniversary over a month ago. My husband, Troy, 31, invited our French group over for a wine and dine night. I wasn't really sure if it was a good idea, but he insisted on having a party to celebrate us. I know it sounds disgusting, but at the time all I kept thinking about was whether his best friend was going to show up on a previous night where we all hung out. He was just giving me that look while he was dancing across the club, even mentioning for me to dance with him while Troy was throwing up in the bathroom. I did refuse to dance with him, but we've had too much to drink, and he was just very hot with his buttoned-up shirt opens. Down to the last button, I knew at that instance dynamics of our relationship had changed. I didn't know what I would feel seeing him at the party. I hadn't seen him since that night, and it had been a few weeks I wanted to discuss about the moments that transpire between us and wanted to put it past us. I guess, bit of backstory. Troy's best friend Mitch, 34, has known him for 20 years now, and I've known him since I've known Troy, but we've been platonic friends for the first 2 years of my relationship with my husband. Then after the wedding, it felt like Mitch was scared to lose his best friend to a wife, so he travelled with us almost anywhere we went, and brought with him countless amounts of random women, since he doesn't like to settle down with one woman. My feelings towards him were nothing more than a friend. But ever since that night in the club, things changed that night, after Troy gave me a toast about how much he loved me and how excited he was to have kids with me. I felt the embarrassment crumble me into pieces, and I excused myself to the guest bathroom to be able to regain composure. I was going to leave the bathroom when Mitch came after me, and what happened next wasn't entirely on today's to-do list. I felt so much pleasure, I couldn't contain myself. It felt so exciting, knowing that everyone else was outside while I was being hammered, inside, trying to be as quiet as possible. It went on for another 15 minutes when I heard a knock on the door. Then I heard Troy's voice calling my name, and the guilt instantly hit me. I pushed him away and pretended that I was fixing myself and went out. A couple of minutes later, him. Following me 30 minutes after we made sure Troy didn't notice anything. The worst thing about this whole thing is that it wasn't just that one time 2 days ago, a week after the party, he came over when Troy was working out late. He came and we took our time with it until I heard Troy come inside the room and catch us in the ACT. My husband had a full-on breakdown in front of us while we were lying naked in our bed and trying to cover ourselves up. It was horrifying. But he quickly righted himself and got very angry, very fast. He beat up Mitch and kicked him out of the house. At 1 a.m. stark naked into the -5 degrees night, then turned to me and said I'd be spending the night on the couch. He gathered my stuff on the spot, then threw them out to the living room. I didn't have much of a choice and spent a restless 2 days on the couch, only to find him 48 hours later texting me on the phone with a drive link that had a PDF of a plane ticket and a letter. I opened the plane ticket that had my information on it from New York to Orlando a week from today. I couldn't believe that I destroyed a relationship that I built for 5 years. 3 being married just for a 5-minute fling. What should I do? I still have a week to try and make this up for us. I can't live with my grandparents again. I can't disclose this to anybody. That's why I'm turning to you for advice. Please help me out. Edit, I tried to talk to him, but he's locking himself in the room. Not going to work, not coming out. To eat, it's been 36 hours since I got the plane ticket. I haven't eaten or slept. I haven't even changed my clothes because I don't want to make a mess outside in the living room. I don't know what to do. I knocked on his door the whole night. He's not answering. I can only hear the TV inside playing. Edit 2, he came outside, stood in the living room's doorway. I asked me if he ate anything, and I told him I made 2 sandwiches, and to eat them, he looked at them like they're gross and maggot-filled goop, and walked back in without a word update. Till I woke up, it was the day before my plane took off. There were bags of new clothes and an envelope on the coffee table. I opened the bag of new clothes and found the rest of all my belongings, including my miniature collection. I cried my eyes out because it was becoming too real. He hasn't spoken to me, and he comes home late. I prepare food for us. But I end up eating alone and then wake up to the sound of him coming home and going straight to his room. We haven't had a single discussion. It's insane how it's all coming to such an abrupt end. I just wish I could know what's going on in his mind. Is he considering divorce? I hope to God not, because that would be a devastating blow that I would never ever recover from. Update 3. It's been a month since I was forced to leave our shared home to go stay at my grandparents' place. He hasn't spoken to me yet. I texted him over 500 times. Most probably I'm very worried about him. He has blocked me everywhere. But my friend, whom he still follows on Instagram, says that he posts stories of him hiking with his work friends, which makes me less worried that he's not alive today. I received a big envelope, and when I opened, I found the divorce papers that I've been dreading all along, plus a letter. I haven't read it yet. And I haven't signed the papers yet either. Edit. I read the letter. It was heartbreaking. I couldn't keep reading it. He was expressing how he felt towards the whole thing. He was describing details of how much he loved me and our life together. It was 3 pages long, and I couldn't get past page 1. Edit 2. I finished the letter. He said he was going to take this time off work and focus on his well-being, and he's going to block me everywhere. He said I should sign the papers and send it back to our address. But I don't want to. I just want him back. I feel like... for sleeping with someone else other than my husband. It wasn't supposed to happen. I did it. I did this to myself. I really can't live without him. Edit 3. It's been 4 days since I got the divorce papers. I signed them. Comments. Honestly, this situation is a complete mess. You cheated on your husband with his best friend, not just once but multiple times. And then he caught you in the ACT. I can't even begin to imagine the pain and betrayal he's feeling right now. It's good that you recognize your mistake, but it might be too little too late. He's obviously devastated and has taken the step to file for divorce. At this point, all you can do is respect his decision, given the space he needs to heal, and perhaps seek therapy for yourself to understand why you made such a destructive choice. Cheating is never the answer, and it can have severe consequences. I hope you've learned from this experience and won't repeat the same mistakes in the future. This is a heartbreaking situation, and it's clear there are no winners here. Cheating is a betrayal that can shatter trust in a relationship, and it's even more complicated when it involves a close friend. It's unfortunate that it reached this point, but sometimes the damage is irreparable. The best thing you can do now is respect your husband's wishes. He has asked for a divorce, and it's essential to honor that decision. Focus on personal growth and self-reflection so you can understand why you made those choices and work towards becoming a better person. Seek therapy or counseling to help you navigate the emotional turmoil you're going through. I can't help but feel for both sides in this situation. Infidelity is a painful experience for everyone involved. It's clear that you regret your actions, but your husband is understandably devastated by the betrayal. It's good that you've signed the divorce papers. It's a step towards closure for both of you moving forward. Take this as an opportunity for personal growth, reflect on your actions, and work on becoming a better person. Remember that healing takes time, and it's essential to respect your husband's need for space. Seek therapy or counseling to help you process your emotions and learn from this painful experience.